In this video we are going to be taking a look at a 1974 Nelson 40 pilot boat that is currently listed for sale with the Valk Yacht brokers, and that in 2016 benefited from a comprehensive rebuild and refit. This legendary seakeeper has been transformed into a modern and stylish offshore cruiser with one of the best helm and nav stations I have seen on a boat that is under 42 foot LOA. If you are lucky enough to come along for the ride on the nav station on this boat, then you really will feel like you are a part of the action. As part of her extensive refit, this Nelson 40 pilot boat had two brand new 300 horsepower Perkins engines fitted. These two powerhouses pushed the deep V hull of this boat through the water at a top speed of 24 knots with a cruising speed of 16 knots. But before we take a more detailed look at her helm station and engine compartment, let's check out her exterior and accommodation. And please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's see how quickly we can get to 50,000 subscribers. This boat is designed and built to motor through rough weather conditions, and this boat genre, one designed to head out to sea when other boats stay alongside, is the boat genre that I love. As with most commercial pilot boats, her handrails are inboard and can be found all around the vessel. This boat is made for serious seafarers who want to go on trips without always waiting for fair weather conditions. She has a length overall of 12 metres, a beam of 3.6 metres and a draft of 3.65 metres. Her air draft is 5.5 metres and she has a headroom of 1.91 metres. She was designed by Arthur Mersell and built here in the UK by Halmatic and IPCO Power. She has a displacement of 12 tonnes with a GRP hull and aluminium superstructure. As you can see, her radar mast can also be lowered. Her cockpit is unlike anything I have seen on a Nelson 40. Her retractable canopy means that if you are lucky to find some sun on a nice warm summer's day, then you can relax in this area whilst also being protected from the sun's rays. There are two storage spaces on the port and starboard side of her transom, which also doubles up as a comfortable seating area. The double frosted doors, emblazoned with a white shark motif, lead out onto a step that can be used to access the water. Back in her cockpit, there is plenty of space, and her environmentally friendly Esthec nautical decking, which is resistant to most common oils and greases, is easy to clean and does not absorb water. On the starboard side of her cockpit, there is an outside helm position complete with remote control. This, coupled with her bow and stern thrusters, makes the boat ideal for single-handed operation. Her three wooden folding doors can be opened up to give the sense of an extended lounging area when the weather permits. And now let's head inside and take a look around. The seating area as you enter the saloon can be configured to face either inwards or outwards. There is also a high-low table forward of the L-shaped seating area. Opposite the seating area is where we find a flat screen TV nestled neatly into the bulkhead. I think this is a really nice area to kick back and relax when venturing off on weekends away. But next, let's have a closer look at the helm position. During her refit, White Shark was kitted out with the latest Raymarine navigation equipment. I absolutely love the big LCD colour screen with its dual plotter and radar display. I also really like the U-shaped design of the helm. It must be great helming this boat, especially at night during rough weather conditions. With a helm arrangement like this, I can imagine that it feels like you can take on any sort of weather conditions. All of the controls have been positioned within easy reach and are laid out in a very clever way. That large centerpiece monitor can display lots of very useful information, which can be quickly and effortlessly processed by the skipper whilst the boat is underway. Beneath the plotter display are the Simrad rudder angle indicators flanking a touchscreen display. And on the starboard side of the helm position are the throttle controls for those twin engines. As you also find on most commercial pilot's boats, the Nelson 40 has several skylights, allowing excellent visibility when navigating through bridge-strewn inland waterways. Over on the starboard side, there's a navigator position that not only has a repeater display for the chart plotter, but also has a large engine management display as well. I really love this nav station, and it must be great to have another pair of eyes keeping an eye on the charts and engines when you are motoring along at a high rate of knots, especially at night. Moving forward, we descend some steps and enter the galley. I absolutely love this functional galley. I will admit that I have not been on board many Nelsons which were originally built in 1974, but I was really impressed by this layout and design. The owners did a fantastic job during her refit, and I think that this layout certainly will appeal to a lot of people. This is the sort of galley in terms of its size and equipment that I would expect to find on a much larger boat. In fact, forget spending just a weekend on this boat, I could spend weeks on her. Forward of the galley is where we find the double cabin. Here we have a very simple yet elegant layout. The indirect lights really do help to create a calming and inviting area. There's also plenty of storage space thanks to the very clever design of the cabinetry. On the port side is where we find the sizable yet still comfortable head. And on the starboard side we have a large walk-in shower compartment. Personally, I really am blown away by the use of space, and I did not expect to find a setup like this on a 1974 Nelson. And finally we come to the engine compartment. As mentioned before, this Nelson 40 is powered by twin Perkins 300 horsepower diesel engines which were brand new when installed in 2016. She has two fuel tanks, each with a capacity of 750 litres, meaning she has a total fuel capacity of 1,500 litres or around 330 gallons. At her cruising speed of 16 knots, she burns 60 litres of fuel an hour, which gives her a range when motoring at her cruising speed of around 16 knots of approximately 400 nautical miles. But these are just my rough calculations, so don't quote me on the range. At the time of making and uploading this video, this outstanding example of the Nelson 40 pilot boat range of vessels is listed for sale with the Valk Yacht Brokers for €275,000 with VAT already paid. If you want to find out more, then I will leave a link to the listing on the Valk's website in the video description. I'll be honest with you, if I had the money, I would definitely buy this boat. I love these more or less all-weather coastal cruisers which can take on the gnarly conditions often found when cruising the coast. However, I've worked out that this video would need around 51 million views to raise enough ad revenue to buy this boat. So please get sharing this video, as I really want this boat. And if you have access to a boat that you would like me to feature on my YouTube channel, then please feel free to contact me. I'll leave my contact details in the video description. As ever, I'd like to say a massive thank you to these individuals for supporting my channel by becoming members of my YouTube channel. Think of YouTube's channel membership as their version of Patreon. If you'd like to find out more, then I'll leave a link in the video description. As well as getting a member's badge next to your name, which gives your comments a priority ranking, you'll also get access to exclusive members only content. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to give the video a like, because it means that more people on YouTube will get to see it. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. The video recommendation in the top left hand corner is one of my videos that YouTube thinks you will love. So until next time, fair winds and following seas.